Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, a brothel has a ghost problem. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations.
Previously on the Happy MonsterCast.
Ghost Mountain, the isolated temple where the unruly dead return to their proper place in hell. Meet the Ghost Wardens, holy warriors dedicated to the service of the underworld kings, battling the undead and laying them to rest. Here, Bolt Fist Jiao, master of music sorcery, Cheerful Fan, who smiles through his sorrow, Ebullient Gong Gou, dog devil and fire sorcerer, Sneaky Chao, silent assassin, and Jung Soo, ox devil blade master, stand ready to return the unruly dead to hell. The Ghost Wardens are trying to build alliances in Capital City, and they've received an invitation to the Red Blossoms District to see to a haunting. Recapitulation. Let's recap. You are in Capital City, hopefully to persuade the Emperor not to disband the Ghost Wardens, but in fact to allow you to assist in dealing with the inevitable army of the undead, which is marching to take over the Empire. You have been politicking a bit. You found out that Minister Blue Ox Walong was killed and replaced with a hungry tree head. And you also got the favor of Minister Sirius Han after getting rid of the ghost of his dead son and agreeing not to reveal, at least in the short term, that the son that he currently advertises is just a street urchin that he picked up. But then you busted him. Or you planned to bust him after you've gotten him to vote your way.
Yeah, that tracks.
That tracks. Morality, but not right now.
Yes. So when you returned to the doghouse where you're staying, so named because of the dog statue out front, you received an invitation. Please bestow upon my humble business the prestige of formally greeting you. I am in need of friends able to comport themselves around unquiet spirits. I am a generous and influential supporter to my friends. Cordially yours, Madam Lee, proprietor of the Oxherd's Ring, which you understand is a brothel in the Red Bloom district.
Well, I think we should go to the brothel.
All right.
Here we go, a brothel.
So things don't really kick off there till roughly sundown. But the invitation asks you to come a little before that.
Okay.
And so as you go over in the late afternoon, you traverse Red Bloom Avenue towards Madame Lee's. And from terraces, lovely ladies and a few handsome gentlemen dressed in red smile down, inviting you to come inside for a meal or to hear a song. The Oxherd's Ring is easy to find. It's the only building on the street that isn't fully lit up and swarming with people. Most of the buildings have a doorman or maybe some bouncers out front, but the door here is simply ajar with no obvious presence of anyone.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, probably go in and find out why the place is not, hosting business.
All right. So you enter, and after only a moment, from a side door, a tall, beautiful woman dressed in red appears. She seems a bit flustered, but launches into speech nevertheless. Welcome to the Oxherd's Ring. I am Sweetie. I regret that food is unavailable tonight, but we can offer wine, music, or, of course, if any of you desire a marriage, we can arrange one immediately.
A marriage?
Marriage.
That seems a
Make
little.
common knowledge rolls, please, and
I'm still not in Foundry yet.
I'll make one for you. And Frank, don't forget you're also playing knives this evening since Jung Soo is out.
Okay.
Not that knives is likely to come up with much there.
There we go.
Yeah, here comes Bolt
Knives
Fist.
has already declared that she is not ready for that kind of commitment. She's just here to help.
All right, so Bolt Fist and Ebullient, you've both heard of this practice. In Capital City, straight up prostitution is considered kind of a cheap activity. Instead, the establishments in the Red Brooms District operate with a special marriage contract, which expires when the moon gives way to the sun. The so-called moon brides are free to entertain, and moon grooms in some cases, are free to entertain their spouses as desired until sunrise. Of course, a dowry is paid to the bride or groom, him or her or himself.
Oh. All right. Well,
I'm looking for
terminology,
love.
I suppose. Well,
20 minutes of love.
So she rings a small bell, and after a moment, an older woman arrives, also dressed in red. Her dark hair just starting to lighten and streak with gray, but extremely elegant, and was likely a great beauty in her day. I would like you all now to make a notice roll.
Notice. Kitty cat friends.
there you go. I am not so good. I'm kind of oblivious.
No, you're actually doing pretty well.
Oh, all right.
So the older woman appears a bit on the haggard side to everybody but Knives, who is, of course, clueless. She seems kind of exhausted. I am Madam Lee. Sweetie, you may go. Thank you, Ghost Wardens, for coming. I didn't know what else to do. There have been stories of ghosts in this building since before I came here as a girl, but that never did anything but add mystique to the place. Lately, however, things have changed. Dissonant music plays all night. All the men in the house, customers, cooks, guards, even the son of one of my girls, were attacked. They fled, wild-eyed and bleeding all over from scratches. Most of my girls left too. We have no customers, and we can't sleep between the noise and the nightmares. The ghosts haven't attacked us yet, but who knows? I stay because this is my place now, and I have nowhere else to go. If the haunting can't be broken soon, I'll have to make Sweetie and the others who remain seek employment elsewhere for their own sakes. Can you help us?
The whispers in the night are certainly not careless.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, I got it. They're never going to dance again.
Exactly.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Took me a moment. Yeah, we can. We can help. I mean, that is, after all, what Ghost Wardens do, is deal with ghosts. So these ghosts, you say they attack the men, but they do not attack the women.
Yes, none of my girls have been attacked, but many were too afraid to remain.
Well, I guess we should hang around till nightfall until the music starts and the ghosts come out to play.
And as the evening progresses, Madame Lee ushers you into the tavern and entertainment space of her establishment. So I'd like you to pick some tables or decide where you're going to sit. She delegates Sweetie to keep you company. Madam Lee tells me you're here to assist us with our ghost problem. I certainly hope that you'll be able to do so. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the establishment.
How long have you worked here, sweetie?
Oh, like most of the girls here, I came here as a girl. I'm happy working as a bride, but don't really have a lot of other options.
I see. And how long have these ghostly visitations happened? How long have they been going on?
They just started a few weeks ago.
Did anything trigger that? Did it coincide with anything? Did something happen before they started? Anything unusual?
No, nothing at all. They just simply began.
Did any new girls come? Did any girls leave? Has anybody gone missing?
Not around that time, no. I'm so grateful you'll be able to help Madam Lee. I hope one day perhaps to be in charge of a place like this, just as she is. She took over from the madam before her, and she's one of the kindest of them. She had it hard coming up. Most of the madams did. Some of them, like Lee, swore to treat their house the way they wished it had been treated. Others just do the same or worse, because that's all they know. The bad ones take dowries without the bride's say or buy and sell their people like they were animals. The worst use violence or even offer it as part of the marriage. I think it was like that for Madam Lee, but she never talks about it. I grew up on a farm, and as bad as farming is, that kind of life would be far worse. So, Madam Lee is in the kitchens cooking. She mentioned before heading out there that she worked in the kitchens as a girl before becoming a bride. And as the night deepens, Madam Lee brings in some food, and suddenly the noise from the rest of the district becomes muffled. The lanterns dim, the remaining light turns red, and a cold shiver passes through you. The muffled sounds of sobbing drift over the room, with the loudest coming from near the stage. Madam Lee and Sweetie both freeze. They grow pale. Their eyes dart about in fear, but they can't see anything strange because, unlike Ghost Wardens, they are not connected to the world of the dead, but you are. And you see spirits creeping into the hall. One ghost slumps over the stage, her face in her hands. Many others slink around the upper deck, looking down on the foyer and tables below. More rise from beneath the stage. They wear red gowns similar to Sweetie's, but with heavy veils that obscure their faces. They all sob, weep, sniffle, moving slowly and languidly. And then the four on the stage see the four of you. And their movements become quick and jerky, and their tears turn to howls as they close in to attack.
Well, what the hell? We didn't even do anything to him. Okay. We could have been friends. We could have been friends. You never know.
They do have that whole thing about attacking men, and, well, that accounts for 3 out of 4 of you, depending on how you count Ebullient, of course.
Right.
Hey,
Well, you are a dog devil. It's a little bit different.
I am wearing pants.
You are wearing pants. It's true. Knives is the only one who has the opportunity to act before the ghosts come at you. She sees them coming. What would you like her to do? They appear to be immaterial. And as such, conventional weapons won't work, but magic weapons, which includes your fists or any martial weapons you have, as well as magic, should be effective.
That would include my dragon slaying sword, right?
It absolutely would include your dragon slaying sword, yes. All right. And it also would include Knives Wavering Blade. All right. Frank,
Well,
what would you like Knives to do?
Knives is just feeling really bad that she's got to attack people right off the bat. But
She could hold, see what happens.
Knives kind of stands up and goes, "Why are you starting something?"
Put her on hold.
And holds action.
All right. Okay, so this bride rolls up to here, and then she swings her arms, and her sleeves shoot out, wrapping themselves around Bolt Fist.
He's wrapping her arms around me.
No, her sleeves.
Oh.
She does hit. And for very little damage. But you are nevertheless stunned by this attack.
Stunned but not shaken, correct?
Stunned but not shaken, yes.
Okay. So basically I can't do anything and I'm sort of like, yeah. Okay.
This one rolls up and is going to try to do the same thing to Cheerful. Which will not succeed. And then this one is also going to try to do the same thing to Cheerful. At least to start, they're ignoring Knives.
Ouch.
And that is definitely going to hit. So you are not only hit, but also entangled.
Yeah.
And shaken.
Man.
And then the last one is heading for Ebullient, but not going to be able to get into range. So Bolt Fist, you need to roll. There's a button for you to roll Vigor.
Yep.
To not be stunned anymore.
Hey, any luck?
Absolutely not.
Haha, can I bunny that?
You absolutely can.
Hey.
Nope.
Even with a double 5?
Yes, because you are also...
Oh, yeah, -2 and all the gut punch and yeah.
Yes, so that's it for you for this round.
Okay, yeah.
What the hell?
I'm
Cheerful.
quite weakened from my previous adventures.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Permanently.
Cheerful.
Right. Well, first I want to unshake. And
yes, that's
bust.
important. Yes.
Yeah, that's a vigor roll, right?
Yes.
Right.
Or no, spirit.
All right.
There's a button for it in the chat.
Yeah, but that has disappeared on my chat bar for some reason.
I'll roll it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Ball hose.
So I'm still entangled though, right?
Yes, which means you cannot move. So in order to break out from being entangled, you would need to make a strength roll opposed by the strength of the Weeping Bride who has you.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use persuasion. And I am going to persuade these ghosts that we mean them no harm, that all we want to do is find out why they are so upset and to help them if we can.
Okay, so I'm going to call that a test, which means you need to target a specific one. So I'm going to say you're targeting the one who has you entangled.
Okay, and that's this one.
Right? Yes.
All right. Yeah, so in my most persuasive manner, convincingly that, we can help you, if you feel better about whatever it is, we just need to find out what's going on. I mean, obviously some man done you wrong and we need to try to see if we can set this right. Come on, baby.
You happy with 5?
Yeah, I think that's probably as good as I'm going to get.
All right. Well, she's there. She does react. Would you like her to be distracted or vulnerable? Distracted makes it harder for her to do stuff. Vulnerable makes her easy to hit.
Make her distracted.
All right. Ebullient.
Well, we're in it now.
We are in it now. That's true.
Actually, hold on. So Ebullient stands up, grabs his sectional staff,
Heck yeah.
and
will be completely ineffective in attacking them, by the way.
lights it up with smite.
That, on the other hand, will do the trick. So
Ding, ding.
Nice.
go ahead and give me the smite first. Are you also planning to attack with it this round?
That
If so, your smite's at -2, and so will your attack be.
no, we're gonna hold off for one more, but we'll light it up at least.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, pretty.
I have a handy macro for this purpose. Ta-da! You are in smite mode. All right. Before we advance to the next round, Knives, do you want to do something now?
And Knives says, "Okay, I guess we're doing this." Steps up and whacks this one here,
Okay.
and that is Wavering Blade.
Don't forget the target.
Oh yeah, come here, you. Come here, you. Get over here. Oh, new buttons.
Yep, we've had an upgrade. All right, that's one hit with a raise. Go ahead and give me the raise damage first. Yeah, okay. So
Mike's.
she's down. And normally what you would expect to happen in this situation is that she would kind of dissipate or start floating towards Ghost Mountain or both.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, she starts to dissipate and then she slides back towards the stage and disappears beneath it.
Huh.
I would like occult rolls, except from Bullfist, because you're kind of semi-conscious at the moment, to see what might be going on there.
Okay.
Might as well do one for Knives, too, because... Wow, those are all really bad. Not really sure what's going on there.
Can I, Benny?
You absolutely can. There you go. It takes you a second, but you think that the spirits are bound to something, or maybe someone, similar to the way that Razor Lash was bound to Elegant Walong. And that something is probably under the stage.
Aha.
Fellows, the stage.
The
All right.
stage. The
The
stage.
brides are up first. So the first one is going to move in and claw at Boltfist, probably pretty successfully. But not for much damage. This one is going to attack Cheerful with the sleeves. Or in her case, she uses her long hair to try to entangle you, which she succeeds at doing. So you're now bound, which is worse. And you're going to take 2 wounds unless you use that, unless you want to soak that. There's a button for that in the dialogue.
I do not have a button for that down in the bottom.
Not in the chat.
It just says Cheerful Fan is shaken with a red.
No, I don't see that.
Okay, well, I can roll it for you as a soak. Oh, nice roll.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Oh, triple six. Devil's Trio. There you go.
Yep, so that's going to nullify the effect of that attack.
Take that.
And then the last one is going to move up on Knives, which is, of course, a huge mistake because Knives has first strike. So you can take a free shot, but with no frenzy.
No frenzy. Okay, hold on one second. Fighting. No frenzy. Excuse me, this is my space.
But you did have frenzy turn on, but so I'll take that as one successful hit. So go ahead and give me a damage roll. Wow, that's bad. That will have no effect.
We're gonna Benny the damage.
That is much better. So this one also dissipates and breaks off. And as she does, the others break off as well.
It's like Pac-Man rules.
Oh.
Yep. So leaving you no longer entangled. And Bolt Fist, go ahead and you're going to be able to recover from being stunned. And they disappear under the stage.
Oh.
Wow. Well, I don't think we should feel too badly for these guys because they're obviously just going through a stage.
Dun, dun, dun.
For the record, my character found that amusing as well.
All right.
You have amused, cheerful. Ebullient.
What is your next move?
Well, I think can we go up to the stage and do some notice and some other kinds of investigation?
Doesn't really require notice. The stage is polished wooden flooring. There is no access below it.
Okay, so if we're going up onto the stage and kind of treading the boards, is there anything obvious, like a big blood stain in the center, or a panel that's been replaced, or something like that in the center of the stage?
Nothing obvious like that. Madam Lee says, "What, Ghost Wardens? What happened? It seemed like you were attacked, but then it stopped. Did you get rid of the ghosts?"
Madam Lee, tell us about this stage. When was it built? What's the history of this? Who built it? What's going on? What happened here?
The stage has been here as well. The stage was added many years ago.
How sturdy is the stage?
It is hardness 10, which means if you attack it, you will need to do 10 damage in order to break through.
Did the ghosts go into a place on the stage, or just random spots on the stage?
Random spots on the stage disappeared down below it.
All right, I'm going to do an occult check and see if I can find like some particular spot or sigil, hidden sigil, or some sign.
Sure. That is a no.
I see nothing.
If you want somebody to break through the floor, there's an obvious candidate.
Would the smite help against a hardness 10?
It's going to do more damage, so sure.
Can I assist in that by encouraging, maybe with a performance roll?
Yeah, absolutely. Knives probably does the most melee damage of any of you, however.
Well, she's going to
so-
whack one spot, and I'm going to whack another.
All right, so give me an attack roll for each.
All right, and I will encourage you all. You can do it. This is going to be great. You're going to be You're going to be awesome at this.
All right, that will hit, or that is successful. So go ahead
who
and
did
give
that?
me. That was
Nope,
cheerful. Yeah, so go ahead and give me a couple of attack rolls, please.
I'm not going to break her wavering blade if I use that, am I?
Nope, it's magic.
Boom, boom.
All right, give me raise damage, which will probably be sufficient.
I forgot to take the frenzy off. She really hates this stage.
She really does. So she just cracks the floor, and now with some strength rolls, you'll be able to pry open a chunk of it to see what's down there. All right, you're partway there. Where are you? Are Bolt Fist and Cheerful? Are you in those? Are you going to stay put where you are while this is happening?
Now that it's cracked open, I lent my strength to try to pull up some boards.
Okay, so you're up here too. So you're all up here.
Yeah.
That's important.
Come on,
And
put your back into it.
As you pry open the boards,
Back's fine. It's my gut
a
that's busted.
hideous dead claw reaches up, and the corpse of an ancient crone
Ooh. I was gonna guess monkey, but
claws its way up out of the floor and before you.
Liza Minnelli just can't give it up.
Oh God. And points a clawed, accusing finger at Madame Lee.
oh no.
Oh boy.
I was the owner of this place, and I own it still. That strumpet murdered me and took everything that was mine. I demand justice. Kill her and give her soul to me, and I'll take her and my girls to hell.
Madame Lee can hear this because this is a corporeal ghost.
Oh,
Okay.
Madam Lee.
Okay. I'm like, okay, all right, hold on now. So, I mean, obviously you're pretty upset, but what is your? We need to have some evidence for this. It's not that I want to besmirch your honor, your integrity, but sometimes ghosts get confused about that.
The old scorpion.
So Madame Lee speaks.
The old scorpion.
I admit it.
I killed her. I laced her wine with venom from the creature she was so fond of. I'm not sorry. She deserved it. She tortured us, treated us as slaves. We could never be free while she was alive. Don't let that old monster win. Destroy her. Only then can we have any peace.
Well, I'm for dispatching the ghost.
Is this true? Did you torture the girls?
I was master of this place. They were mine to do with as I will.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Let's take her.
I think you're done.
Or as in the words of the immortal Ghostbusters, get her.
Get her.
Exactly.
Get her. So
The two ladies that you were previously fighting rise up from the floor as well, and that puts us in the combat. And Bolt Fist, you have a joke. You drew a joker.
Woohoo!
Nice.
What would you like to do? Worth checking your powers here. Or you can hold if you want, because you have a joker, so you can go literally anytime you like.
Ooh, that's hard. I think I will hold them.
All right. Next up is Knives, who would probably be saying something like, "So, are we killing this lady? Is that what we're doing?"
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Whoa.
That's
Okay,
in character. Yeah, that counts.
You're targeting Scorpion Sun, I assume.
Is that her?
Yeah.
That's her right in front of you.
That's smoking old crone.
Yeah, did she get her tips
Okay.
from Stevie and have a night on the town?
I'm good with the frenzy this time, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. Frenzy away.
Fire in the hole.
And quite a gang up bonus to boot.
Oh, lordy.
Good heavens.
Hey there, Buddy Bear. Look what you're doing.
Count them 2 hits with raises. Go ahead and give me the first one.
The way to go.
So that is 14 damage, which will shake and wound her, but she does have the opportunity to soak it, which she does. And then give me another raise damage, please.
Ooh, interesting.
10, that's enough to shake her.
Good.
Bolt Fist, do you want to act now while she's shaking?
Yes. Yes, I would like to just like pound my fists into her with arcane energy.
All right. Now you can, since she's shaking, you could back off a little bit so you're not in melee with her.
That would also, yeah. And then like shoot all the musical magical things out of my hands. Yeah. Do I do that as bolt? I can't remember. Do I just
bolt.
do that? Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
However, you do also have banish.
Oh, right. And she's like differently planar. Oh, that's more fucked up.
Yes, she is.
All right. So in that case, I'm going to start waving my hands and then end with like a wacky snap. And I'm going to attempt to cast banish. Get out of here, bitch.
Okay. So that's pretty good. That's a 7.
So she's going to beat a 7, right?
She's going to resist that with her spirit. Yes. Which is very good.
Oh, right, because no mercy. So she's like compelled to stay there. Yeah.
But not good enough. So that's going to cause a wound, which she cannot soak.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, got it. Right, because it's like it's trying to compel her to leave and she's like hurting from it. Neato.
Yep. All right. So she yells to her weeping bride to get you. So this one's going to come up and try the old entangle action again. So her long hair whips around at you. And hits, but not enough to entangle you. But it is enough to shake you.
Ah.
And the other one moves up to help her with knives and is going to do it. But then knives, of course, is going to first strike. So dumb.
Dude. No touchy.
So please do so.
Here we go. Take it off. I know what I forgot last time. The set button, which gets hidden.
Yes, the set button.
Scroll down to it. There we go.
Goldfish, you're going to be really glad he backed off in a second. All right, that will hit. Give me regular damage, please. A very respectable 11. That is going to wound her again, but this time she can soak, which she does succeed in doing, just barely. Still shaken, though. And now she's up. And does not manage to... Oh, no, she doesn't shake because she's undead. So she unshakes, she opens her mouth, and vomits ghost scorpions all over Knives, Ebullient, and Cheerful.
What the hell?
Oh, Both Fist, you're so lucky you're not standing there anymore.
Yeah, I know. I know.
All right.
That's just wrong, lady.
Here comes the swarm vomit attack.
Here it comes.
Oh, and it's a good roll. All right, so here comes some scorpion damage. Okay, so Knives is shaken and poisoned by the scorpions, who are still crawling all over you. Ebullient is not affected. And neither is Cheerful. But they're still all over you. So, Ebullient, you're up.
Am I still smitey?
You are. Just this round, though. It's going to run out after that.
That's okay. One is good.
She's corporeal, though, so you don't need a magic weapon to hit her.
Well, to hit her, but will that do more damage?
Oh, the smite will do more damage, yeah. Assuming you hit. Which you might with that roll. That is just enough to hit her. Give me a damage roll and hope for a good one.
Okay. Am I adding anything because of smite?
Should be built in.
Is it already there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just don't see it. Come on, big money. Yeah.
Oh, that did not roll in automatically, so I'm going to give you another D6 on top of that. And that will be enough to shake her again. And Cheerful.
Okay, I'm going to close and use the dragon sword.
Okay. Target her.
There you go.
All right, that'll hit. Give me a damage roll. And that's going to be enough to wound her again.
And she would also be stunned, right? Because I have the sorrow paragon edge.
If you spend an emotion token, you can also stun her.
Let's do that.
Okay, done and done. So now she's also stunned. She collapses to the ground, which is going to make things difficult for her next round. But one of the Weeping Brides draws a joker. Specifically the one attacking Bolt Fist. So she's going to try the hair attack again on Bolt Fist here. And completely fail, even with a joker. And then Knives is up. Knives needs to unshake.
Character is shaken. Roll spirit.
That will not succeed, but you can just spend a penny and automatically unshake. All right. Then you have a seriously messed up foe in front of you.
She doesn't quite look messed up enough, though.
Oh, that is probably true.
I feel that there's stuff we can do about this.
And if there's anyone to do something about that, it's probably Knives. One hit with a raise.
Want raise first?
Raise first, because that may be all you need. Oh, ow, ow, oh, ow, yes.
Yikes.
So Scorpion Sun collapses to the ground. You see her ghost shoot out towards Ghost Mountain. And the two brides fade back down through the hole. And now that you can see the room below the stage, you can see a pile of scrolls and the ghosts flow into them.
Huh. All right. So I go down and examine one of the scrolls.
All right. It appears to be a contract for a moon bride.
So in an authoritative voice, and this is probably a performance. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a performance.
Well, make it a cult roll first.
All right.
You think that destroying these is going to be your move.
Okay. I was just going to announce that they've fulfilled the details of their contract and they're released from them.
Yeah, but that you can go ahead and announce that, and it does absolutely nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, too bad.
Sounded good.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I like to make speeches. Makes me feel a little bit better about the job. Okay, so with that occult roll, I mean, I after I finish my speech and it does nothing, I tell everybody that we need to destroy these to release the spirits of these women. So bonfire time, I guess.
Yep. So you burn them, and you see the spirits also dissipate and move off to hell.
Nice.
Madam Lee comes up and says, I am so grateful to you, Ghost Wardens. With these ghosts gone and Scorpion Sun sent to hell where she belongs.
Well, she's gone to Ghost Mountain, certainly.
Yeah.
Her ultimate fate will be decided by the gods.
The ox herd's ring will once again be a viable business, and my girls will be able to make a living again. I have something for you in gratitude for your service. And she hands you 3 small stone tokens with a rune on each side. Understanding what these runes say would be an academic's role. It is not a current dialect, if anybody wants to try to read them themselves.
Okay.
Well, I'll try it as an unskilled.
Yeah, no.
Writing, knowledge, research. I don't have academics, but I do have research.
You do have academics. It's right at the top of the list.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Didn't see it in the first scroll.
I flex at them, and is that I'm not on an academic scholarship. Okay.
Okay, Boltfist, you can read the character on one side. That's common to all 3 of them. All 3 of them have the character for the moon in an ancient dialect on one side, but you don't recognize the characters on the others.
Interesting.
Madam Lee says, these are moon blessings. Very old, very rare. This rune, she points to the one you deciphered, represents the moon. And on the other is the name of a city. This one is Capital City here. This one is Dead Lake near your Ghost Mountain. And this one is Stone Wheel to the north. In each of these cities, there is a special bridge which looks like a perfect half circle over the water. If you take a boat under the bridge and let the moon shine on the token, it will transport the vessel and everyone aboard to the matching bridge in the token city.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That just sounds like fun.
All right.
Fast travel unlocked.
So you're now able to head back to the doghouse. And on your way back, it being rather, it's pretty well lit here in the Red Blossoms district. And I would like you all to make notice rolls.
Ba-doop, boop, boop.
I want to see how Knives does because she's so bad at this. So everybody but Knives.
We appear to be on a street of some sort.
You see a strange figure vaulting across the rooftops with a bag slung over his shoulder who looks both supernatural and up to no good. He wears a hood with no eye holes, which he looks at you for a moment. There's a moment of great tension, and then he runs off. Would you like to pursue?
I'm a dog. I chase things.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're here, life is an adventure.
All right. So next time we're going to open up with a chase where you will be pursuing this mysterious figure through alleyways, or if you are so capable, which would certainly be the case for Knives, across the rooftops with the whole floating light step thing that she's got going on, to see if you can catch this mysterious individual. But he's got a good head start on you. I think Knives is the only one with light step, as I recall.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Not something I'm familiar with.
So she's got the whole wire. She's got the whole wire fu where she can just leap up onto the rooftop and go after this guy.
Wow.
I just love the image of a bull doing that.
Yeah. Crouching bull here, hidden dragon. Yeah. All right. That's it for this week. Have a good one, everybody.
Good
Take
fun.
care, guys.
See you next
Hang in
week.
there.
Bye, folks.
You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook and Blue Sky as Happy Monster Press, on our website at happymonsterpress.com, on Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/happymonsterpress. The Happy Monster Cast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This podcast references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial content permitted under the Media Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music: Ice Cold by Jason Shaw, and Asian Drums by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.
Oh, for sure.